Hi, it's Steve. Today we'd like to show you how to change the upper spray arm on your dishwasher. It's a really easy repair. Let me show you how we do it. Now to do this repair, it's easier if we remove both the manifold and the upper spray arm assembly together. To do so requires removing both the racks. So we'll start by taking all of the dishes out of the racks, taking the racks out, and then we can start the repair. Now that we have the dishes out of the way, we'll pull that upper rack out all the way and then just push it back far enough that we can access the ends of the rails. We'll need to remove the rack stops. In this style, we simply depress the little locking tab on the very top. Slide that up and out. Do the same for the opposite side. And if you find them quite tight, take a flat blade screwdriver to apply a little pressure to that clip. And then remove it. You can next pull that rack completely out of the dishwasher. We'll just set that aside. Push the rails back in out of the way. We'll also remove the lower rack and set that aside. And we also suggest that you remove the lower spray arm. With this style of dishwasher, we simply need to twist that retaining nut about a quarter of a turn counterclockwise. Then lift the spray arm up and away, and we'll set that aside. Now with the clips released from both the top and the back of the tub, we next need to pull the tubes from the ports on the top of the pump here. The one for the spray at the back simply just pulls straight out. And the large one requires separating these tabs just enough to pull that out. Now once we've released it from the top of the pump, we're simply going to tilt it forward and pull the whole assembly out of the tub. Just pull that whole assembly out. Now to remove that upper spray arm, we need to first of all remove that little retaining clip. It's basically like a plastic rivet that fits down into the inner portion of that upper spray arm, and as you remove it, it will break. So be sure to purchase one of those retaining clips at the same time that you do the upper spray arm. To remove the old one, we're going to take a flat blade screwdriver. We'll simply go down in between the body of the manifold and the underside of that clip and pry up on it. And it will break off. So you can discard that clip, drop the spray arm down away from the manifold. We'll put our new spray arm in place, push it firmly into that opening, and then we'll place the new retaining clip into that hole to lock it in place. Now with it snapped into place, we're now ready to put the whole assembly back into the dishwasher. We'll begin by inserting the tubes into the ports on top of that pump. Make sure that the larger output one snaps into place on those clips. And then the one from the diverter that goes to the lower backwash sprayer fits in nice and snug. Then we just need to line up that manifold with the spring clips on both the back wall make sure it locks into place on both sides. And then as well, the one on the top of the tub. Again, make sure both sides clip into place. And now we're ready to put the lower spray arm back in, as well as the racks. We just want to make sure that we line up the 4 locking tabs on that retaining nut with the open spaces on the lower spray arm support, and then give it a quarter of a turn clockwise to lock it into place. And then put our racks back in. So just make sure that we get both rear wheels lined up first, and engage both front wheels. Push the rack back far enough that we fully expose the end of those rails. And to insert that rack stop, we'll locate the bottom fastener first, line it up through the opening, push it down until the little spring type one on the top engages. Do the same for the opposite side. You can then push the upper rack back into place. We'll close the dishwasher up, and your repair is complete.